Welcome back, trainers, and we have some new Pokemon coming soon. We're going to be seeing Scralp, Dragalge, Clawitzer, and Clawitzer. So these are going to be some very interesting Pokemon. We're going to be going over everything you need to know, but before we do start, make sure you hit that like button. It really does help me out. So this rival event is going to be going down April 13th, 10 a.m. local time until Sunday, April 18th, 8 p.m. local time. So we're going to be seeing a few new Pokemon, including, well, I mean, it's not necessarily new, but a new form, Landorus, Theron form, which is going to be a very good ground type. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. We're going to be working towards some sort of ×2 catch Stardust for the remainder of the event, depending on how many raids we do, which hasn't really been detailed by Niantic as to the goals that we need to meet, as well as an increased amount of Team Go Rocket Grunts at Pokestops, as well as in balloons if you need to do whatever you need to do with the Team Go Rocket Grunts. No specific Pokemon have been mentioned. So let's go ahead and go over these new things. Very awesome, right? So we're going to be seeing a dragon that's going to be poison and water. That's its first stage, and then it's going to go ahead and go to poison and dragon. So the first stage here is going to be Scralp, and it is going to be a 400 evolution apparently into Dragalge. So Dragalge, very funny name, right? So dragon and poison. They have a very awesome way of having a play on words when they come to some of these Pokemon names. And this one I found algae, Dragalge. It's poison, algae. So very cool. How good is it going to be? Well, it's poison and dragon, folks. What is dragon weak against? Fairy. What does poison resist? Fairy. So you got yourself a pretty awesome combination. Now it's all about the moves. What are we going to see? Oh boy, we have Acid, Water Gun, Dragon Tail for the quick moves, okay? For the charge moves, we have Gunk Shot, Hydro Pump, Outrage, and Aqua Tail. Is this good? Well, I'm not gonna say it's horrible. I'm not gonna say it's something super spectacular that, oh my gosh, dump your rare candies into immediately and make one. But it is gonna be a very interesting type. But the question remains, is it actually gonna be good? And I think, yes, it's gonna have some play for sure. But at the same time, don't get too excited and use all your rare candies. I mean, go ahead and do what you got to do. Take a look at the moves again. I mean, you got Acid, Water Gun, and Dragon Tail. Those are not... I mean, Water Gun's pretty okay, but for the things that it needs coverage for, it can be a bit troublesome. But it does also have some pretty neat moves. Now, moving on to Clawitzer here. This is going to be a pure water type. So, take a look at the stats. Let's go ahead and see the moves just for fun, and we'll move on to its evolution. Clawitzer. All right. So just a pure water type. Let's go ahead and move on to its evolution, the more exciting bit here. So another pure water type. It's going to have a pretty decent CP sitting at 3124 and an attack of 221, defense 171, and stamina 174. So it's not like the best thing around. Quick moves are going to be Water Gun and Smackdown. I like that Smackdown. Charge moves, Crab Hammer, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, and Water Pulse. So is this going to be okay? Pure water. It's got to look out for grass. It does have coverage up against, say, the grass with the Ice Beam, and you can go up against dragons, a flyer, more than likely part dragon and flying. Smackdown, super effective, and then you have also your Ice Beam, super effective, and then your various other, Crab Hammer, we know is going to be a fantastic move. How is this going to hold up as, a pure water type attacker when it comes to Pokemon Go in raids? It does have Crab Hammer, and we've seen what Kingler can do with that, but it's all about the attack on the Kingler, so that's why it's so good. But nonetheless, pretty interesting Pokemon here, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of analysis in the future, so we'll go over those when the time does come around. Taking a look at the Pokemon appearing in the wild, you're going to have Hitmonlee Shiny potential, Hitmonchan Shiny, Makuhita Shiny, Meditite Shiny, Zangoose Shiny, Pvpoke Shiny. This is like the rival deal going on here, as you can tell. I didn't know Makuhita and Meditite were rivals, but hey, I guess you can make up lore as you go along here. So, what do you want to go for? I'm going to say Hitmonchan, Zangoose, and Meditite. You want all those XL candies. Technically, the least useful one out of all of these are going to be Pvpoke, and then Hitmonlee. Makuhita's got play, believe me. Then for the 5-kilometer eggs, you're going to be seeing Machop, Tyrogue, which has not been released shiny yet, so very weird because now we do have Hitmonlee and Hitmontop. Or, I mean, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, we don't have Hitmontop shiny. Elekid, Magby, Makuhita, Meditite, Zangoose, and Pvpoke are going to be in those 5-kilometer eggs, so if that's something that you're going to be interested in, then, go ahead and do what you got to do. You do get some XL candies when you do hatch Pokemon, so that it could be a way for you to start stacking up those Meditite XL candies, so you can make yourself that XL Metachan, which is very good. Taking a look at the raids here, you're going to have Nidoqueen, Nidoking, Zangoose, or Viper, and then of course Landorus Theron form, which is going to be the best ground type attacker until we do get other mega forms in the game or potential shadow Pokemon that are going to outpace it. But for now, this is going to be the king, and it is going to be very good and worth it. Hopefully you didn't invest too much in the other form that it did have, because this is the one you're going to want to put your money in. Now, taking a look at the challenge here, again, like we described in the beginning, we're going to have some sort of a goal that we need to meet to enable the ×2 catch Stardust bonus for the duration of the event, as explained here by Niantic themselves for the rival week. So we'll have to see what the goal is. I'm sure everybody will meet it, but as far as these kind of challenges that require us to potentially spend money, it's a little dirty, I must say. I'm not going to get too hard on them, but you know, because we do have our free raid passes, but that's one for everybody. But forcing us to spend money to unlock something that they know we want is a little bit of a low blow, I must say. So with that said, these 2 new Pokemon, technically 4 new Pokemon, should you be losing your mind like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, let's go. Yeah, actually, you know, have some fun with it. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. But I mean, it's nothing game changing, nothing game breaking. Definitely something interesting to shake things up. And the 400 candy requirement to evolve this is a little bit much. I wasted a bunch of rare candies because I did tell people in my live stream, if you get it to a specific amount, I'll evolve my Noibat into a Noivern, and we did it, and it doesn't have great IVs, and it's not really good at all. If it had potential in PvP, it wouldn't have been so bad, but just keep that in mind when you just decide to invest your rare candies. That took you maybe some time to get if you don't raid all the time. So yeah, there is that, but it does look pretty cool when it does evolve, I guess. You know, it's like a Seahorse Poison Dragon. And for our final topic of this video here, I'm just going to kind of give you the potential of Hitmonchan going forward, because we're going to be seeing an abundance of those, as well as you potentially getting a shiny and maybe wanting to invest in it after you do get it. So let's see how good it does pan out in the Go Battle League. In the Great League, it is going to be past 100, unfortunately, but still putting in work up against specific types. Looking at the remix with Go Battle League that we're going to be getting soon, it is going to be eligible, and it also is going to be pretty good. Do you want Shadow or the regular one? You know, you can use both, but I personally like the Shadow. It's going to be very squishy, but it does hit very hard. What's the difference between this and Machamp? Well, Machamp is fantastic. You know, definitely don't want to downplay that. It's going to be better than Hitmonchan, but there's different moves that it has. The thing about Machamp is it hits Azumarill hard with Rock Slide. It hits flyers with Rock Slide. If you're a dragon flying like Altaria, Rock Slide. Hitmonchan's got that Ice Punch. It's got the Thunder Punch. It's got Close Combat. It's a little bit of a different play, but it can do specific things that you need it to do at the moment, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to bring you Hitmonchan because, well, it's going to be there, and I want to show you what it can do. And I don't want people to sweep it under the rug like it's nothing, because it is actually pretty good. Now, taking a look, what does an XL look like? How good is that? Did you see the percentage of the performance up against the entire meta? We'll go back and so you can see that here in a second. Let's go ahead and just mess around with these IVs and see what we can do here. We're a little bit above. Let's go ahead and see it at 10. Okay, going to go down to level 47, level 46.5. I think we're trying to get on 2,500 exactly here, in which we will do that. All right, let's keep moving. There we go, finally. So 14, 15, 15. That's probably not what you're going to want. I just landed on this. Let's just see here. So up against the meta, 61.5 win percent. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and see now with the level. So the XL on the Hitmonchan is definitely bumping it up a bit, like any XL would, but really not too much better. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Bye.